All right, this is it, my first video on this channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Viltrox 24mm f1.8. This is a full-frame Sony E-mount lens. Viltrox actually did send this to me to review. However, the review of this is going to be on my main channel, which is Foxtail Whips. I'll link that down in the description, but this is basically my second channel where I'll be doing unboxings like this, or maybe behind the scenes videos, just really anything else that I'm not going to post on my main channel. So probably just a lot of unboxings of new gear I get, talking about it, and then I'll be doing the full reviews of all that stuff on my main channel. So definitely subscribe to this channel, but if you didn't even come from my main channel, this is your first video you're seeing of me, then check out my main channel as well. I do a lot of budget filmmaking reviews and just talking about budget filmmaking gear on that channel, so definitely subscribe to that. I really can't guarantee how much I'll post on this channel, but my main channel I try to post once a week, so like I said, check that out if you haven't already. But without further ado, this is the Viltrox 24mm autofocus lens for the Sony FE full frame lens mount. So a full frame 24mm lens from Viltrox. This is pretty interesting because they mostly make APS-C or crop lenses. You know, for example, they have a 23mm lens, which is pretty much the same as a 24, but it's for the crop sensors. It's an f1.4, and it actually looks really similar to this. It's just, like I said, for crop sensor cameras. So this is a pretty big achievement. Viltrox making full frame lenses. Hopefully they continue to make more of these. You know, if they kind of made a full frame set like this with autofocus, that would be awesome, but either way, so this is it right here. Let's go ahead and take it out of the box and see what we get. Quick spoiler, I've already actually unboxed this and I've already even used it on a video shoot. So I do have some first impressions to talk about. But like I said, you know, more videos about this, maybe a full review will be on my main channel. If I decide to do that, this is just gonna be kind of an unboxing, quick introduction, and first impressions of this lens. But first of all, we got this nice foam kind of packaging on the top and bottom, and then of course the manuals and whatnot. Then right here we got the lens, as well as of course a nice Viltrox lens bag. It's actually pretty nice quality. I usually don't use these, I just put them back in the box, but you know, it's there if you do use these, if you want to just have a nice protective case to put your lenses in if you don't have a camera bag or something like that. We got the lens right here, so let's pull it out of this wrapping, and there it is. Now this lens, it's pretty surprisingly well built. You know, it's pretty much fully out of metal. I actually don't think there's any plastic on this. The like threads here are metal. It seems like the whole body is made out of metal as well, which is pretty nice. You know, the mount's all metal, so it's pretty much a fully metal lens. It's got some weight to it, but it's definitely still, you know, I'd say it's on the lighter side of lenses. Definitely, it's not super heavy. And of course it comes with front lens cap, lens hood, and then the rear cap as well. Now this isn't weather sealed, there's no gasket here or anything like that. However, it does have, I think that's a USB-C port. Let's see if it focuses there, yeah. So I think that's a USB-C port for updating firmware, which is pretty neat. But this definitely isn't weather sealed, you know, because there's no gasket there, and especially because that USB-C port's pretty much right on the edge there, so definitely not weather sealed. I wouldn't take this into rain or snow or anything like that. Like I said, I've already used this, I've already tested this out a little bit. One of the things I noticed, the focus ring is pretty smooth. Like it's, you know, nothing crazy. It's not unbelievably smooth, you know, like some super expensive lenses are, but it gets the job done. It's pretty nice, you know, for manual focusing, I wouldn't really have an issue with this. It's pretty linear, pretty smooth. However, it does have this manual aperturing, which is pretty neat because, you know, for filmmaking, stuff like that, a lot of times it's nice to be able to smoothly just change your aperture like this. There's no clicks on it, nothing like that. However, you can still put it in the auto mode, so you can just change it with the down your camera, which is typically what I do. However, I don't know if you can hear that. I'll put it up to the mic here. It's not smooth at all. Like it's really, I don't even know what the right word for this is. Like it's kind of sounds like metal on metal. It feels like it's not like greased up at all or anything. Like it's just really weird. It's not smooth to turn at all. It's kind of rough. Like it, you know, jumps a little bit and just, it gets like hung up basically. Like it's metal on metal. It really doesn't seem like there's any grease on this at all, which is really weird. I don't know if that's just my copy or if that's gonna be on all these lenses. You know, you really can't expect everything to be perfect when it's obviously a budget lens. You know, I think it's $399, which compared to, you know, for example, the Sony 24mm f1.4 G Master lens, which is I think closer to $1,200. So pretty much a third of the price of, you know, a high-end Sony lens. So you really can't expect perfect build quality like this. You know, I'd rather have better optical performance and worse build quality, but it is just kind of weird how just not very good the aperture ring is on this. Besides that, in terms of, you know, the body, the lens itself, it's pretty simple. You know, it's just a black aluminum lens, pretty good build quality, but not weather sealed. You know, kind of got a finicky aperture ring. Really nothing else to say about the body. But like I said, I did use this lens. I used it on a music video shoot, which I'll actually link that down in the description. Probably like a third of the video was shot in this lens. So pretty much all like the wide shots were shot in this. Pretty much from that video shoot using this lens with my Sony a7S III, so I used it with a full frame camera. This lens is pretty impressive. I mean, the autofocus, really fast, really snappy. You know, it has eye autofocus and video. It's fast, it's silent. I haven't noticed anything bad about autofocus. Sharpness is pretty good. You know, I pretty much had it stopped down to like f2 to f2.8. I think it was pretty much f2.8 for most of it. And really no issues with sharpness. Like this lens I really had no issues with it. Like there's really nothing bad to say about it in terms of performance from my first testing with it. You know, I love that 24mm field of view on a full frame camera, so I really have nothing to complain to with the field of view. And you know, pretty much everything about it. Like I think if there's one thing I could change with the performance, it'd be to have a closer focus distance. But again, like 24mm lens, it's not a macro lens. You know, you don't buy this to get close-up shots really. It's more of a wide angle lens for landscapes or, you know, astrophotography or something like that. So you can't expect the best close focus distance, but if there really was one thing I could change, that'd probably be it. I mean, this has been an awesome lens so far. I'm gonna say it again, you know, my full review, I'll talk more about this, you know, my video on my main channel about it. I'll really go in depth on it, show a bunch of examples. But first impressions is pretty good, you know. That's pretty much all I need to say in this video. It comes with the basic stuff, lens caps, lens hood, lens bag, and a, you know, decent quality box. Mine's a little banged up, but that's about it. So that's the unboxing, first impressions of the Viltrox 24mm f1.8 lens for the full frame Sony E-mount. Like I said, definitely subscribe to this channel. I'll have more unboxings and stuff and just, you know, a lot more straightforward videos on this channel. And then if you want to see more in-depth videos, definitely check out my main channel, as well as the music video that I shot a lot of the scenes on this lens. I'll link that in the description as well. But that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.